There is a decision you have been avoiding, and it's not because you don't know what to do. Somewhere in you, you already know. You're avoiding it because you're scared of what it means about you if you're wrong. I am the Gatekeeper, the mystical advisor of courage, and this message didn't find you by accident, traveler. There is a decision around you that carries more weight than the choices you usually make. You understand your options quite well, so that is not the reason you are struggling. You're struggling because each choice asks you to give something up. And that is the first thing I want you to know. You have been trying to find the choice where you lose nothing. I don't believe that choice exists. One path may ask you to give up familiarity. Another may ask you to give up possibility. One may require you to disappoint someone. Another may require you to disappoint yourself. You may be choosing between security and freedom, between something you know and something you want, or simply between remaining where you are and accepting everything that comes with changing it. That is why this has been so difficult. You aren't only deciding what you want, you're deciding which cost you are willing to carry. And I want you to be careful, because I see a tendency in you to keep searching for more information when what you are really searching for is certainty. You may have been asking other people what they would do. You may have been imagining every possible outcome. You may have made the decision in your head several times, only to reconsider it hours later. There is nothing wrong with gathering information before an important choice, but there comes a point when thinking stops giving you clarity and starts protecting you from having to choose. A traveler can study a road for so long that studying becomes another way of never walking it. I think you are approaching that point. Do not mistake more thinking for more clarity. If there is information you genuinely need, find it. If there is a question that can actually be answered, ask it. If there is a practical consequence you haven't considered, consider it. But notice when your questions become impossible ones. What if I regret this? What if something goes wrong? What if the other choice would have made me happier? What if I change my mind? What if I make a mistake? No advisor can answer those questions for you, and anyone who promises that they can is offering you certainty that does not belong to them. What I can tell you is this: I don't think your greatest fear is actually making the wrong decision. I think you are afraid of what it would mean about you if you did. Somewhere along the way, you may have started believing that good decisions prove you can trust yourself, while bad decisions prove that you can't. So every major choice becomes a test. You don't simply want to choose well. You feel like you need to get it right. That is a very heavy way to make a decision. So I want you to separate two things. You can make a thoughtful decision and still be disappointed. You can take a risk for the right reasons and discover that it wasn't what you expected. You can choose someone and later realize they weren't who you believed they were. You can leave something that needed to end and still miss it. You can begin again and still have moments when you wonder whether your old life was easier. None of those things automatically mean you chose wrong. Be very careful about expecting your future self to never experience doubt. That expectation will keep you standing still for a very long time. There is another thing I want you to watch for. One of your options may feel safer simply because it is familiar. And familiar is very persuasive. It can make staying feel responsible. It can make waiting feel wise. It can make repeating something you've already outgrown feel less frightening than entering something you cannot predict. That does not automatically mean you should choose the unfamiliar path. Sometimes staying is the wiser decision. Sometimes the exciting option really is the wrong one. But if you choose what you already know, I want you to make sure you are choosing it because you genuinely want it, not because you are afraid of finding out who you would become without it. Ask yourself something very simple. If you knew you could handle whatever happened afterward, what would you choose? Don't ask yourself what would guarantee happiness or which option would guarantee success. Don't even ask yourself which choice you could never regret. Ask what you would choose if you trusted yourself to deal with the consequences. Can you trust yourself to leave later if you need to? Can you trust yourself to recover from disappointment? Can you trust yourself to admit that you were wrong without turning it into evidence that there is something wrong with you? Can you trust yourself to make another decision after this one? Because that is where your freedom is. You do not need to know everything that happens after you choose. You do need to know that you will still be there. Now, if this decision involves another person, I have a particular caution for you. Be careful about making your choice based entirely on how someone else will react. Their disappointment is information, but it is not necessarily instruction. Someone being upset with your decision does not automatically make your decision cruel. Someone approving of your decision does not automatically make it right. And someone wanting you to remain exactly where you are may have reasons that have very little to do with what is best for you. Listen to advice. Consider the people affected by your choices. Take responsibility for the impact you have. But do not hand someone else the responsibility of deciding your life because you are afraid to carry it yourself. That will create a different kind of regret. I also want you to notice which option requires you to keep betraying something you already know. Maybe you know you're unhappy, or that you've outgrown something, or you know you aren't ready. Maybe it is that you know you don't actually want what everyone expects you to want. Maybe everyone is telling you to move on, but something in you knows there is still something worth seeing through. This is why I cannot tell you which gate to walk through. Courage is not always leaving, and courage is not always staying. There is a final message I want to leave you with. This will not be the last important decision you ever have to make. I want you to understand why it matters. You are treating this choice as though your entire future will be decided by whether you get this moment right. It won't. There will be more choices, more opportunities, more endings, more beginnings, more chances to change your mind. This decision matters, but it does not hold your entire life hostage. I believe you will know more once you choose than you can possibly know while standing here. So take the information you have. Listen to the advice worth listening to. Look honestly at what each option will cost you. Separate fear from fact. Separate other people's expectations from your own desires. And then, stop asking yourself to predict an entire future that has not happened yet. You are allowed to make the best decision you can with the person you are and the information you have today. And if life gives you new information tomorrow, you are allowed to respond to that too. That is not failure. That is what it means to be the one responsible for your own path. No gatekeeper could answer which gate guarantees you a better life. But I would ask something much more important. Which gate would you choose if you finally believed that whatever waits on the other side, you can trust yourself to meet it? Your journey in Roseveil continues. Until we meet again, traveler.